I'm Nick. I play bass in Cellar Dwellar.
Hi, I am the lead vocalist and right now only guitarist in Cellar Dwellar.
I'm Nico. I am the drummer for Cellar Dwellar.
We're the weird band.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like the offbeat band that gets thrown onto like lineups with like a bunch of indie pop bands, and then
It's just like it's complete vibe switch.
Yeah, it's just like people are either like, what the fuck? Or like, what the fuck? Not even a band, it was a solo project starting off. And during COVID, and I released one song, and then some time passed. In about August, my sister passed away, and we were kind of getting the songs together, but we had like one. We struggled to play one song, struggled to play covers. It was kind of rough.
It was just us.
Yeah, it was just me and Nico at first. I met Armand. I was like, I have this one song I want it recorded, and he was like, okay. And he was like. Started recording. He's like, "How about an album?" I was like, "Maybe."
I was meant to be a fill-in originally, but I guess we just didn't find any other bass players.
They didn't want any other bass players. I would be writing lyrics as I was going into Armand's studio. I was like, maybe this will work, and then I went in, and then he would be like, "Take this word out, and it'll work." Looking back on the album, I think it was a good effort.
I think it came out very good.
And I think we learned from it is that we don't like just making like singles. We're very much in the mindset of like we need to make an album. But house shows are our favorite shows to play.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're gonna be crazier, truthfully.
Yeah.
Like, there's also I feel like more people show up. Because, like, why would you spend $15 at a venue when you could come to a free house show? You might get beer when you're underage.
Whoa!
What
do you mean?
Like, someone just handed me a beer tonight, and I was like, thank you. Oh, it's right here. But, yeah, God, that tastes like shit.
Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of like a legend surrounding house shows because if you miss one, you don't know what happens. There's always some crazy shit that happens at a house show.
The first time we played a house show, we played 2 house shows on the same night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went from one house show, drove fucking hauled ass to another, and we were the first band to play that night.
Played at the Cellar in like May or something, I think. That was like the first show that they were like they had back after like COVID.
Yeah.
I just remember it was probably one of the sweatiest shows.
It was so every house show's sweaty. It was the sweatiest fucking show.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna pass out.
No, it was so sweaty and beer was everywhere that my strings rusted after the show.
Yeah.
No matter how big we get in the scene, I never want there to be a point where we can't play house shows anymore. Because that would ruin the experience. It would be heartbreaking. Because there's a community here. I know Nico really we all really connect with the Cellar, but Nico in particular had made a family with all the Dairy family guys for the Cellar. Yeah.
Nick and I are both planning to move into.
Yeah, they're planning to move into the house next year.
The real Cellar Dweller.
Since knowing you, we've put a lot of movement towards more creative projects that aren't so musically centered. We plan on working on having a writer-songwriter workshop. I mean, it is still music, but it's not events like this that bring us together. It's more than that.
We would like a quick shout out. This is Sunny, our manager.
Hi, Sunny. Hi, manager.
Our tour next year. They're really fucking great. Yeah, we are. We did lose a member, and right now we're waiting a solid month before we announce or even officially choose a new member.
And then once we get all that sorted out, probably keep writing new stuff, which is kind of where we're at.
We were gonna write the next 3 months, next 2 to 3 months, record in spring, and then release another album, a concept album. So you heard it here first. We're doing a concept album, bigger than ever before. We're writing a short story for it. It's sci-fi themed, and then we were planning a tour next fall, like a 6-date tour. The other thing, and it's a thing we're trying to do, is only doing all ages shows, keeping ticket prices low. At the same time, also just keeping house shows, like that's like going to be our main thing.
Keep it alive.
Yeah, playing house shows, because I mean, you know, venues and house venues were threatened kind of by COVID, so it's kind of like we want to kind of keep that DIY culture alive. Going to like old Facebook groups, it's weird seeing the venues that have like closed. Like, it's kind of sad.
Genuinely, it's really hard to have people who live in houses that host want to release. It's beautiful that there's history here, but at the same time, like being a former house host, like it's hard to get houses that want to, you know, keep this specialty, this novelty alive.